Wake up, ye citizens, wake up. Wake up, ye citizens, wake up.
You said that you were going to be coming here. Some of the folks should be coming to Portland, which is the heart of the movement. And you know, I agree with them. It was the heart of the movement.
Massachusetts.
Augusta was the cojones of the movement, okay?
Maine. The first one started in Portland, and then one sprang up in Augusta, right up here in Capitol Park, or right across the river. And the third one was a few weeks later.
The fire happened because I negotiated that with the head of Capitol Security the first day. That was why we had a fire, and the rest of the country, people would come up and say, "Oh, wow, you do actually have a fire here. Oh, we heard about that." And yeah, everything. Yeah, and it was because I was just standing there with the guy, and I was like, "Well, there's going to be a bunch of people here tonight, and you can come arrest them if you want, but it's going to be silly. It's Saturday afternoon, and that means you're not going to have space in the county drunk tank for all those crackheads and junkies. So, you know, you've screwed up our life before, and there's really no need for us to make each other look bad. And if I were you, I'd just take note of the fact that there's going to be 15 arrests whenever you come in after dark, and if you give us another 3 hours, we want to make it 25. So think about it." He's sort of standing there, and he's looking at the situation. He's going, and he goes, "Well, you know, Will, things like this are happening all over the country right now." And I was like, "That's a really good point, Russ. That's really magnanimous to take note of that." And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "So, sanitary conditions are really a concern." And I was like, "You know, we've got the line on," and Diane already had the portage on, lined up. I was like, "We'd like to have it delivered this afternoon, but we're not going to spend money on it unless we know we have permission to stay." "Well, okay, yeah, you'll need sort of that ripe moment of opportunity." I looked at him and I said, "You know, Russ, we got to have a fire. You know, we got to have a campfire for people. It's the middle of October. It's going to get cold." And he looked at me and he was like, "A fire? You can have a bunch of campfires." I said, "I didn't say a bunch. I said one campfire. We'll have it in an elevated steel bin, you know, just like an old, you know, oil tank, and we'll just have it on rocks off the ground. It'll be totally safe, you know." And he's like, "Well, we can have a bunch of campfires." I said, "One." And he, "Well, but just one." And I was like, "Okay."
A lot of love going on. Love going on. I can't express to you how much that the whole relief effort brought out one simple fact. Love is the key.
Economic injustice disconnect, and if you take the environment, the reason the environment is challenged is because of corporate greed.
We gotta rise up.